Alrighty, welcome back to another weekly deck analysis. This week we are going over dinos. So, first of all, I would like to give some shout outs to Ishmael Sanchez, who tried to help me with the video. However, another week goes by of audio issues, and unfortunately I need to get that corrected. But as of right now, I will be letting you guys know what he did say, some of the things from our talk. He is somebody who's competed with the deck, has a lot of experience with it. Ishmael was a part of the early innovation of the combo dinosaur with when Halka Fiber X had just come out and the One Star had just come out. So yeah, it was crazy. Everybody was doing the Mecha Phantom Beast combos, etc. And ending on 1,000,000 pluses and the UCT, and it was just too broken. Okay, so let me go ahead and pan on over here. Let's see. Oh, that's a fun deck. Alrighty, so just a brief second. And we're back. Sorry about that. Had to do a little editing there because I had to load up some of the gameplay videos from earlier, so I just had to get things a little bit more situated. So yeah, we are today profiling and doing a deck analysis on Dino. I like to just say Dino DNA because when you play this, you're all about it. This deck is insanely broken. Everybody knows Dino is a very competitive deck. Excuse me. And though it does have its downsides where, if it gets Lantia'd or, there's not really many cards that really stop dinos, but Lantia is a power card. Drone Longbird kind of hurts the deck semi. And yeah, there's a couple applications where certain hand traps will stop just you. But of course with this deck, you really don't have to worry about playing into hand traps because of miscellaneous source. Let's go ahead and get over the deck profile. Got my pups playing in the back over here. So we have 2 Anima Adorned. Obviously one of the most broken cards in this deck, the second most broken card, next to miscellaneous. Then we have 2 babies. So this is actually going to be bumped. Excuse me. I was hitting my pen a little bit earlier, so I have a little cough in the back of my throat, but I assure you that I'm very healthy and good. So yeah, you should be playing 3 Babysaurus in this deck. You just want to see it all the time. You play triple Lost World, Animadoron's is full combo. It's just free. The fact that this card is just as many times as you want. There's just so many ways to pop off with it. Makes no sense. Pankratops, staple. Giant Rex, 3 miscellaneous, 1 petite, 3 gamma, 3 soul eating Oviraptors, 2 UCT, 1 driver. So obviously gamma allows you to do a lot in this deck because all your cards that you really need to resolve are searcher cards, extenders and things like that. And I mean, it just needs to stop that Ash, or it just needs to stop something. And if you can make Lambda, you can play from your hand, so then it becomes more of a power card. This card allows miscellaneous to be activated for free, stops Lantia, stops Ash, stops Skullmeister. Yeah, it's a very powerful card. I think that Gamma is just so broken. I do want to switch this out actually, because what I've been liking as a one of the Chaos Ruler instead. So let's just brief over the rest of the deck. I always get sidetracked. 1 Call by the Grave, 3 Dark Ruler No More, 2 Double Evolution Pill, 3 Fossil Dig, 3 Lightning Storm, 3 Lost World, 2 Mystic Mine, 3 Pot of Prosperity, and a Terraforming. Obviously, we're just playing the Terraforming as a 6th, or so either a 3rd or a 4th Lost World. Just whatever you need, of course. Very situational. Pot of Prosperity, obviously, this card just makes dinos so much more broken. Not having to worry about sacrificing your extra deck in certain matchups. You can dig for 6 and always get to the cards you need. So that's pretty broken, I would say. Then the side deck is 3 Lancia, 3 Ash, 2 Dagoron, 3 Nibiru, Mystic Mine, 3 Summon Limit. So yeah, this card is actually incredibly broken, especially if you have like Lagia, Dolka, UCT up. Like they only get 2 summons, and then after that their turn ends. For combo decks, that means they can't do much. It doesn't really. You wouldn't really side this against Eldlik or Zodiac. You actually could side it against Zodiac, and then if there's a way, actually, because summon limit, no matter when you apply the effect, stops them at 2. So say they summon one, and then that's obviously it. They haven't flipped summon limit. Then they go summon the second one. You can flip summon limit, and that's it. So that way you don't have to shotgun in and then wait for them to summon 2. So this card is actually pretty insane. I've been on a hype with it ever since I got scraped by it. Dragon Link's my old build do not have answers to this card. Back row removal, obviously. Card hurt. But yeah, in this build, if you know you're going to go first, or even if you think you can just break the board and make it to where your opponent needs to play harder, this card is so gas. It's so gas. It's just an emptiness. It's just broken. 3 Nibiru. This can be applied in a lot of matchups, actually. All the combo decks, VW. You could even play it against Prank Kids. Sorry, I had a little brain fart. And then, of course, you even could play it against Dinos, things like that. However, it's not really that applicable in those situations. I wouldn't say Dinos. I take that back. I don't want to, give people hope. Don't side Nibiru against Dinos. Dagoron is just the kaiju. I kind of want to play the wind one, but I'm not. I really feel like I have faith in my normal summon beaters and not dying with Mystic Mine, etc. So, yeah. 3 Ash. Ash is good for the Shaddoll Invoked matchup. This is actually pretty crucial for the side against that matchup because you need things to stop them from like comboing. If you can put a strong board with Ash to block Shaddoll Fusion, to block Alistair, things like that, yeah, you will shut them down. And then Lancia in the mirror match and the Tri Brigade matchup. This is usually a stop card. It's super powerful, and everybody should be playing 3 of this in the side or main. So then for our extra deck, we have Fossil Warrior, Chaos Ruler, Abyss Dweller, 2 Evil Sword Dolka, 1 Lagia, 1 number 60 Dugaris, 1 Axis Kotaker, 1 Nightmare Cerberus, 1 Phoenix, 1 Unicorn, 1 Link Karibo, 1 Pentastag, 1 Lambda, 1 Secure Gardener. So, just to break down the extra deck real quick, this is for if your opponent is playing the Dogmatica that sends 2 to the graveyard. I can't think of the name off the top right now. Let me just pull them up. Maximus, I believe. This is literally just for that, strictly. I guess if you play against like Necros or like something where for some reason they make you send from your extra deck, Skull Knight's going to be good. It pops, you can banish it from the graveyard to target 1 monster on the field and destroy it. So you can just clear your opponent's field pretty easily, I would say. This is making, actually, now that I'm thinking about this card, you could play this in Adamancipator, and you could Super Poly into it. Excuse me. So, that's actually pretty sauce. You heard it here first, folks. So Chaos Ruler is for when you resolve the Gamma and the Driver on your turn. This has the potential to hit you another Gamma, and it also has the potential to hit Animadoron and or Soul Eating Oviraptor. And it can also net UCT, so you can have one in hand. And you won't have to, be susceptible to Ash when you double Evolution Pill. So, yeah, I mean, I recommend this card as your Synchro. Some people play multiple Synchros, but we need as much space as we can get. Abyss Dweller, staple. It's just for those matchups where the Abyss Dweller shines. Evilsaur Dolka and Lagia. You need these cards. 2 Dolka because monster effects are way more relevant than power cards. With Dark Ruler No More and Droplets being cards, Lagia is kind of lackluster. This is for when you're winning. It's a win more card. It's just to solidify the game. Dugaris, just Dugaris. It just does Dugaris things. It's a free banish for Pot of Prosperity, I'll say. Axis Kotogger, Cerberus, Phoenix, and Unicorn, I would say are all combo cards because they all climb into each other. Honestly, there's times where my board is just so broken because Animadoron always goes into the Leak Rebo. You can link off Cerberus into Cerberus, pop a card, then link off into Phoenix, pop another card, then you can climb into Unicorn, and then you can go into Axis Kotalker. That's a bunch of removal. And the deck just does it. Like, it's so crazy. Then we have one Link Karibo for Animadoron, and then the Secure Gardener. So you can get more names to banish for Double Evolution Pill for free. It's just quick ways to get fuel for that. Pentastag, very staple because we play UCT. It's a potential game winner. You can just pierce all the monsters for game. And then Cyframe Lord Lambda. This card is so nutty because you can just like throw 2 monsters out, make it, and then your Gamma is live. So it's pretty nuts. So I think that this card is nutty. It allows you to make a stronger board because you can go like Lambda, Dolka, UCT with the Gamma in hand. That's 3 negates, and the only thing that really stops you in that situation is the Dark Ruler No More. Excuse me. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty saucy. The deck is very standard, the build that I have brought to the table. We will be featuring another build, which is going to be the combo variation of Dino. So I know that this deck already seems pretty combo-y, but it's really just UCT go brr deck. You're just trying to kill people. Like, you're not trying to combo, you're just trying to win. All right. So now what we have here is our combo variation of the Dino deck. This build was brought to us by Ishmael Sanchez. Shout out to him. I find this so unique. It may be a thing. I'm maybe just out of the loop, but I love the concept. I just love that you can always just climb into Reproducus and then just make your sovereignty. Special summon this at end phase. It's pretty nice. He plays the Wind Charmer so he can link it off of the board. This build is a little bit different. He still has the 2 Animadorons. This time he has 2 Lantias in the main, the 3 Baby Sources, the 1 Statue, the 1 Rex, the 3 Miscellaneous. He does play the Overtex, which I found very interesting, but he just wants more presence because he likes hard drawing the UCTs because, they just combo. 2 Petites because he just wants more baby names. 3 Soul Eating Raptors. 1 True King Fire and 1 of the Earth because it's at 1. And then, of course, 2 UCT, 1 Call by the Grave, 3 Dark Ruler No More, 2 Double Evolution Pill, 1 Diagram, 3 Fossil Digs, 3 Lost Worlds, 2 Prosperity, 1 Set Rotation, 1 Terraforming, 1 Imperial Order. So, a couple things to note. He does not play Pankratops in the main deck. He wants to go first. He wants to lock his opponent out. This is just to secure the next couple of games. Excuse me. Whew, I don't know why I got hiccups right now. Worst time. And then, of course, these are just to get more combos going. He just wants to pretty much reproduct this, make some more as fast as possible, and then throw like a UCT Dolka out behind it and a Lagia. I mean, there's just so much you can do. It's all gas. Like with set rotation, he wants to just get Diagram out, or he wants to put Lost World out so you can combo. Imperial Order is a card where you can pretty much sit on it because it can't die, especially because you're going to be protecting it with so many damn things. But yeah, so this deck is nasty. It essentially does your normal combo, but instead of making like a Dolko with like a Secure Gardener and something else on the board. You're going to end with the Samorg, and then you're going to end up special summoning the statue. This could be done by a Reproducus. This card has always been a combo piece because it changes, or you declare one monster type, all face-up monsters this card points to becomes that type. Or you declare one attribute, all face-up monsters this card points to become that attribute. So, yeah, you just do your thing, call Wing Beast, and then you have one Wing Beast monster to climb into this with Reproducus. And then that's how that happens. Next turn, when you're going to combo off again, bam, summon another monster, make the Wind Charmer. A win is just a way to clear the statue so you can push for game. It's nice. So then he plays 3 Drone Logbirds, 3 Alphas. This card just shits on Shaddolls for the most part. It is a way to clear 2 windows because a strategy that the Shaddol invokes and Shaddol decks play is where they try to set up window consistently. Sometimes they'll put out 2, sometimes they'll put out 3, depending on how nutty their hand is. But this for sure gets rid of 2. And, I mean, this card is just a problem solver, and it's really, really broken. 2 Cosmic Cyclone, and 2 Twin Twisters, just that back row removal, filling the graveyard, yada yada. 3 Appointed the Red Lotus. My boy said that this card is very slept on. He would hope that it would get more play. However, we will see it coming as the formats rotate more and become a little bit more defined from where they already are. So once we come to terms with what the format really is, Appointer may be a really solid card because people are just going to be playing the same things, and you're going to want to hit that after you combo, and might as well. Some people like going second. Blind second is becoming a really strong thing too. It's pretty interesting. Then he plays the 1 Dweller, 1 Dolka, 1 Lagia, 1 Axis Code Talker, 1 Appaloosa, 1 Borreload. He said that this card is very underrated. This card is nutty. He's taken a Boral Sword and pushed for game. It is a broken card, and we know what it does. So some consideration should go into playing it again. And then we have 1 Boral Sword, 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Link Karibo, the Pentastag, the Lambda, then the Reproducus, the Samorg, and the Wind. It's just pretty straightforward. The deck is supposed to just do the same thing every single time. Sometimes you end with the UCT, sometimes you end with the extra negate. The order is really also to stop Dark Ruler no more. It's pretty nice. I would say that that's like a pretty keen thing for this deck is that you can blow all your cards and then just stop your opponent, and then you can just play your monsters. So, yeah, that's pretty nuts. What we'll do next is we are going to talk a little bit about what your real end goal is with this deck. We're going to go back to Standard Dino. This is a very unique list, and you're more than welcome to copy it, or, there will be a link in the description with the deck list. So make sure to check that out. They're on DB for free, so you can just download it and then import the deck into the deck profile zone right here. You just push import, and then it'll bring up your files that you downloaded, and you just pick it, and it loads it up. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for you guys to try these builds out. Your end goal with this particular build is, of course, to put the statue out with a lot of protection. This deck, however, is a responsive deck, to be honest. Like, if you exert all your resources, it is going to be hard for you to climb back. This is a resource management variation of Dinos, but it still just kills. Like, it's meant to just go for game, but it also is meant to pick your opponent apart like dinosaurs do. So that's kind of how you want to take the approach on this deck is that, yes, I can full combo, but, 1 Dark Ruler no more plus their nut is going to clear my board, and I don't want to lose to that. So, you want to play your resources correct. You are going for straight kill, but if you are to go first, you're going to want to play the resource management game. If you know what you're playing against, you might want to drop a Dweller, and, Dweller is weak, so it's not going to secure you turns, but it will secure you a turn for the most part, but it's going to die most likely. they're not gonna leave Dweller on the board. That's a big no-no for most people. And if they have droplets, things like that, like, you know, like, it could be underwhelming. So there's a lot of consideration you have to do when you're making your plays, especially when you're banishing out of prosperity. Games 2 and 3, this deck, I mean, this card is a little bit more, you should be a little bit more cautious of how you play it, because you are going to want to manage your resources. I mean, they could have a strong board where you're going to need an access code talker. You're pretty much going to want to keep these because they're generally pretty staple. And there are some like really key shooters, especially, you know, I don't know why this keeps changing back, but this will be Chaos Ruler. Yeah, so I mean, there's just a lot of like easy targets. There's Lambda if you've already exerted your driver, etc. Pentastag. Yeah, so. Yeah, this is pretty neat. It's pretty straightforward. We'll go ahead and we are going to move on to the replays. I think that I'm excited to show you guys these. There was one really good match, and then there was a match that sadly had to end early, but I did break a pretty nutty board, and I kind of just want to show you guys his deck. So yeah, we'll start with the replay of the match. We'll talk about it, and then from there I'll show you that other replay, and we'll call it. I'm going to try to keep it a little bit more shorter than usual and not try to run on, so let's get to the next part. Alrighty, so welcome back, or not welcome back, but welcome to the next part. This is a replay from a game that I did play earlier, and I just wanted to show you it, just to kind of show you the deck in action, show you what it does. Of course, we are criticizing my play, we're criticizing my opponent's play. I think that I made some misplays, but you know, there were things that I caught right after, and I was like, oh, I can't believe I made that. Like, you know, I should have considered it a little bit more before I did the play, but hey, you know, it's just online gaming, it's whatever. Currently, we are at 227. Our opponent was 443. Good ratios. Obviously, we both win a lot. He does this. He kind of misplays a lot. I was kind of confused, to be very honest. But I know he just wanted to get the Schism out. He got the Ecclesia out. Then he potted Desires. Obviously, we have no response here. Alright, so he summons Ecclesia. I attempt to Gamma. He Ashes. That's perfect. I think that Gamma baiting an Ash is so broken because, honestly, I think that you just get to reuse it again, and it puts so much pressure on your opponent knowing that they lost one card, and if this other card is for some reason like outed, I would be worried. If my opponent played Gamma, made me go first, or was going second because I chose, I would threat, you know, Lightning Storm now. Like, you know, I would be worried that potentially there is some threat to my back row, and we're going to see how this plays out. Obviously, I know he has the Dogmatic of Punishment, so what are we going to do? We're going to normal summon the baby, which is obviously the out to punishment. And it is also, let's see, so I was lagging a little bit here. I was asking him if it was good. He didn't respond. It's whatever. It's on him now. He's thinking. It's cool. This is where I get him, though. Yep, you still get a token. He messed up because he sent the Titan. I think that's where he messed up. I think he should have sent the Tis and popped my card. But, you know, now he learns. My baby goes off. I get the Overraptor. Of course, I'm going to search for Miscellaneous. He has a token. I'm going to attempt to pop. I have the Miscellaneous now. There's nothing he can do. I guess Skill Drain or something like that. Whew, haven't caught my breath from that dab. Anyways. Now, let's see where we're at. Of course, baby on baby. We get the Rex because we're going to do some combos. Now we're going to push a little bit harder. Miscellaneous, we're going for the 1-star effect, pop. Now we're gonna search double evolution pill, baby, special miscellaneous. Now we're going to make the link Karibo so we can start drawing cards. Bam. Phoenix. Discard, driver, Fleur Lee. Alright, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. So, then boom, boom. Say ayo. Ayo. Yep, discard that shit. Out of here. Bam. And then this is where I kind of messed up. I'm not gonna lie. I try to like pop a bunch of cards. Bam, bam, bam. And then of course clear the board. Right here we were kind of having a discrepancy because I forgot it was just link monsters. Then I put it back, but I had already banished the dark. That I accidentally added that to hand. Yeah, so here I was just stuck. Then he Nibiru's me. Alright, that's perfectly fine with me. I'm just going to chain UCT. I keep putting UTC, but UCT. So then he tries to send all the monsters to grave. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Not today, okay, buddy? Bam. And then he goes, the tokens go into defense, and the monsters go face down. Then I tribute for Nibiru. Yes, that is exactly how your card works. Thank you for explaining that to me. But read your card, and then I post his definition right here. Yes, as many face-up monsters, and then boom, the power of reading. Sorry, dude. Attack, attack. You gave me a free monster that I now control on my board that you cannot destroy. And this is where he messed up. I forgot that I Dark Ruler. He shouldn't have taken any damage. And Prosperity, he should have taken half damage. Oh, wait. No, that wasn't this game. I lied. Never mind. No, never mind. Alright. Never mind. This was a different game. Yeah, so see, it was later in the game. No, and then this one, he hit Maximus. So obviously he had to draw the stones here. I have no extra deck monsters, so Shaddoll Fusion doesn't help. His best top deck would be Alistair. But he summons this. I had to read real quick because I wanted to make sure that the effect did not activate on summon, to which it does not. So I, of course, activated UCT and initiated scoop mode. Bam, bam, side. So I think in this matchup, we ended up siding in the Ash. Of course, you got to side in the Ash. He chose to go first. Set 2. I really punted this game, so this is why I kind of want us to criticize the gameplay, because I knew that I played this terribly. I forgot effects, but it wasn't really like I forgot my effect. He just, didn't really want to play, so, I got a little bit, toxic, and I ended up losing because of it, and I knew it was karma. However, yeah, so we do all that, then we hit him with the miscellaneous, this is where I try to activate that cost, so then pop, and then I'm like, oh yeah, like Lost World, obviously, like I'm gonna Lost World you. He's like, sorry, you didn't activate it, and I was like, oh, you want to play like that? You're getting desperate. And he said, yeah. I mean, at least he was honest. He's not trying to lose. Yeah, so, I got a little toxic. I'm not proud of myself. However, I do not play that shit. So, if you're in my game, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. Alright, Ash. Oh, man, that was terrible of me. I didn't even activate the effect here. I was being a troll. Boom, boom, boom. Then I'm like, alright, go. You're good. I don't care. It's kind of sad because I'm still, like, in a really, really great position. I just need to draw, like, a Dino. Then I can, like, chain block with Lost World, etc. Oh, Dark Ruler no more. That's broken. Think. Set 1. I wanted him to feel like I had something. Forced him into tease. He targeted my set. And if we were playing Dragon Link, I would have knocked out Vision that shit. But, nope. Game 3. This is where we shine. Oh, baby. So, of course, we made him go first. Oh man, meltdown. Oh yeah. So here we want to stop the Alistair because we do not want this man to do anything. If he had Ash there, I would have been okay with that still. Like it's not the end of my road. So then he tries to summon the Ecclesia here, and when he already had normal summon the Alistair, this is pretty priceless. He couldn't combo anymore, and I was complaining to myself earlier how I never draw this card. Even in real life play, I played a tournament with it, which I went X1, and it was 5 rounds, I believe, and yeah, I never drew it one time. I've been playing this deck like countlessly on line, and nothing. I never draw this card. Today I drew it. He goes ahead and chains Schism. I have the Dark Ruler no more. So now what my idea is, I need to push as far as I can to see what he has. Yeah, obviously this guy is not good. He cited Cosmic Cyclone. He's very worried about my Lost World. So then I go for 6. Obviously I hit Nutty. I hit the Overraptor. It's Overraptor because this game is over. And then I put the 2 on the top. Of course, I milled them, put them back at the bottom, put everything else back at the bottom, and then boom. And now we go summon. We keep the miscellaneous in hand just in case he has anything. And then right there, we do discard, then activate Dark Ruler no more, because you want to discard in case he said dumps Lantia, then you keep the Dark Ruler in your hand. It doesn't really have to happen. But then now we're going for Nut. Bam, bam, special, wham bam, can of ham, and now, yep, we make Dolka, then we keep the baby on the board for a pop, we attack, he tries to add, we negate, and then he doesn't take anything this turn, standby phase, main phase. If he has the Dark Ruler no more, we're kind of SOL. But he had the evenly match. Now, I had an option here, and I had to make a choice. Was it Dolka or was it Babysaurus? Because, 1, it's his main phase. 2, he can't destroy my Babysaurus. He can banish it, I don't know how, but he can't destroy it. I have the miscellaneous. I know I got to go for game next turn. Like, I know I got a combo with my 1 Archosaurus. Bam. I chose to let the Dolka. My theory behind it was, now I got 3 names, and I just need him to not banish my fucking Overraptor. He had Ecclesia. Thank God that shit was not Alistair. Give me 1 second, guys. So, sorry. People are telling me things at the moment when I'm trying to get things done. You could have told me that after I was done. Anyways, I'll be gone, alright? I'm not even going to be here. So... Anyways, alright. So he sends Omega, he sends Construct, he is going to do Schism. He's going to add back Schism. Well, this is where he kind of fucks up because I sent my fossil. This is exactly the situation I was talking about with the Maximus. Like, this is just free. It's going to pop a card. It's nice. Then he decides to Omega the Construct. I do not get this. Like, why Omega? But he chose to do it. Bam. Set Schism. I'm kind of like, oh, broken. I draw Lost World. Now I get the token. Special. He's probably thinking like, oh yeah, this time I hit him with the smiley face, Lost World, because he was being toxic. So, you know, I had to do it back. Add Evolution Pill, pop my baby. It was a brilliant choice. Of course, Overraptor, the miscellaneous. We're getting back the baby. Actually, no. I thought at this point I was pretty much in the game-winning seat, so I just popped the 1-star to summon the Overraptor, so that way I can make Lagia, because he's obviously only got that 1 back row. Now I'm kind of like curious because I'm wondering, is this like a punishment or something? Like, let me just go ahead and make the Lagia, just in case it's not the Schism. And then I activate Double Evolution Pill. I activate cost. He on summon. Oh yeah, I end main phase 1 to bait him. He activates Schism. I'm like, okay. I had to read it literally like for 5 minutes because I was like, what is he doing? Am I not understanding what he's doing? He doesn't have any Shaddolls in the graveyard. I did not get it, so I'm confused. And then I'm like, and then I let the activation go through because I'm like, what is he doing? And then he declares, and I'm like, what? And then he looks at the graveyard. No, lel, no effect. And just like that, the game is over because I attack. Lost World effect, so I can get the summon. The baby. I get the, of course, the Pankratops. Attack. He shouldn't have even... Yeah, he should have took damage this turn. So yeah, he took 500 more than what he was supposed to because of Lost World. I sent that to the graveyard. Then I attack with Lagia. Then I'm like, you know what? Just in case he does draw a Shadoll monster, I don't want to leave him with anything. So let's just go ahead and Pankratops. Pop. Let's leave him in a lose-lose. I don't lose to Super Poly. I don't lose to Shadoll Fusion. I don't lose to anything. I just, with Lagia, this is it. This is what I was trying to explain to you guys in the deck profile. This is the winning situation where Lagia is just win more. He draws return. He summons Flora Lee. That's fine. I don't care. And main phase 1. I'm activating that shit. You're booked. And set 1. I literally don't care what you have. You smell. It's over. I knew I had an Overraptor. Summon an Overraptor. Search for Giant Rex. I think I popped a card, yeah. And then I just smack for game. Negate with Lagia. Bam. The read was so hard that it was a turn early. Isn't that crazy? Easy pick'ems. Yep. Dino is pretty broken. Yeah, I mean, that was very, very well fought by our opponent, but not good enough. So, GG, guy. Now, for the next replay, play. This one was a little short-lived. The person did have to go. They were at work, so I understood. It was fun for what it was. So, yeah. Pot of Desires, draw 2. Okay, so this is where it got interesting. Boom, mill 3, Trick Clown. I'm like, oh, God. First of all, what the fuck? Next off, search Raiden. Let's look at this guy's hand. He had the sauce. This guy's hand was ready to go insane. I had nothing. I had one gamma, one measly gamma. I decided that there is no board that this guy is gonna make that isn't gonna like die to my hand. So I kept the gamma. I wanted him to mill. I could have done it there, but who knows? He could have just made Striker Dragon and kept comboing. It could have been terrible. We don't want to give him our gamma. Like we just want gamma to stop a turn.
Stop gamma.
Yeah, stop gamma. And then he mills off a Chaos Ruler. This guy is just all gas, no break right now. I'm just like, sheesh, he's going to be upset that my hand does shits on his hand. So then, boom, he draws 2. Now he's got everything. This card actually is pretty cool. I was looking at it for the Dragon deck, but also a couple other decks that are relevant right now. And its effect is actually pretty broken. We'll go over that in another video, though. So, bam. Easy pick'ems. Banish. He activates Chaos Space. I'm like, oh my god, how many cards does he play? This is where I was kind of like, oh, this is why I need to put Chaos Emperor in my Dragon Link deck. Bam. He searched it off of Chaos Space. And then he banishes, puts back to the bottom so he can search. I think he went boot sector. Yeah, search for boot sector. Bam, bam. Then he summoned this guy, Nemesis Umbrella. I've never seen this in my life. Um, yeah, just put a card in your graveyard back to the deck, and then you can special summon this from your hand. Or no, one of your banished cards back to the deck, and then you can special summon it from your hand. And then you can target a Nemesis monster in your graveyard, except for Umbrella, and add it to your hand. So that's pretty neat. Let's go ahead and... Oh, actually, that's what he added back, the Arch Nemesis. So that was pretty crazy. I was not even really paying attention, but that was pretty crazy. Appaloosa. Oh, man, the more he commits to the board, the more I'm like, God, my hand is just so gas. Keep going, guy. Oh, my God, yes. Boot sector. I feel like he's going to end there. But then he activates this. And I knew that this guy has not played for fucking pluses. He just plays to make boards. Because instead of banishing... Let me see if he can... Yeah, he could have banished a card from my hand. 1, 2... I guess he didn't want to lose those. But he could have banished the card from my hand. I was just like, man, just keep going. He just put in all the brakes. I mean, all the gas. No brakes. He summons IP. Of course, he's using both of the alternative arts. This guy. Bam. Broken. Oh my God. Then he brought out Chaos Emperor. And then I was like, oh, that's broke. Then he makes fucking this guy, number 97, who then special summons, yep, this guy. And then, yes, Harbinger goes over that guy. I don't even know. Oh, so what this does. That's hella funny. I didn't even know how he got to that earlier. I was like, man, he just did things. He just did things. Oop. Right over my charger here. I gotta plug that in real quick. You guys are all getting that little notification right there. Peter's dying. Yeah,
Bruh.
so obviously, sorry, Hope Harbinger. Dark Ruler No More says no. He felt that in his souk. Oh, his soul. So, I already felt like the game was over. Like, I was like, let's go for 6. If I get Lightning Storm, this guy is going to just FF. No Lightning Storm. Miscellaneous. We put everything back to the bottom, 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 bottom. Now we're about to go ham. Oh my God. Lost World, give him the token. Oh no, special. Oh yeah. We just want to get to UCT as fast as possible. I don't even care if you got the Ash because I am going to just keep the gas going. I didn't even bring back my baby right there. That's hella funny. Because I was ready to link climb. I was just ready to clear this guy's field. And then, of course, he droplets me. That was the most confusing part for me because he sent so many monsters. I was like, he just doesn't want to die, but I Dark Rulered you. So this is where I make Lambda. I have the Rex in the graveyard. I know that it's going to come back. Dolka. This is just 3 negates on the board. So summon UCT, bring back Giant Rex, overlay. I, of course, forgot that I had, done Dark Ruler. So he took it. Then it was like, oh, wait, it's half because I potted Prosperity. But by then, he had just FF'd, so. Yeah, and then we both realized. I think by now he had been out of the spirit, so he was just like, I potted Prosperity. And then he was like, I gotta go. Yep. And that's how the cookie crumbled. This guy's deck is actually pretty dope. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of a cool concept. It made me start to like really think about where we could take Chaos Dragon Link, and I mean, yeah, that's a pretty dope build, guys. So shout out to him. Yeah, but Dinos did their thing. I definitely recommend it, especially if you just want a deck where you're not gonna have to sit there and combo for 6 minutes. Yeah, so I highly recommend it in that case. We will be back with the next video. The next week we're actually going to be featuring a special deck, Infernoble. I'm pretty excited to do that. I was recommended it by a subscriber, and then he essentially, or I went to a locals with Dino, and I got scraped up by Infernoble. I could only imagine it at full power. It's still got so much gas right now, and we're going to touch on it because I feel like it's a little bit underrated. So I look forward to that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment below, and of course let me know what you would do with this deck. Let me know if you like that combo variation, because we will essentially have a feature with Ish where he plays real time. So we'll be commentating on that, and we'll see how the deck acts then. So of course you guys have a good one and take care. I'll see you next time. GG.